Hello everyone. Today we talk about phonetics and phonology. After that we'll deal about organs of speech. So first of all, what is phonetics and phonology and why I have written into two terms, phonetics and phonology. Of course, actually subtly saying they differ a bit. They belong to two different subjects. What is phonetics? Phonetics is the subject that deals about the sound of smallest sound of any language or the world languages. Phonetics deals with the universal languages. It deals with all kinds of languages. It is common for all kinds of languages. Phonetics is all about the production, transmission and reception of the small sounds. It is only about the production, transmission and reception of the smallest unit of sounds of all the languages of the world. And phonetics also gives us about the description and classification of each of the sound. For example, any consonant po, bo, mo, how these sounds are produced and what is the place of pronunciation, what is the manner of pronunciation, whether vocal cords is vibrated or not during their pronunciation. All these things are dealt by phonetics. Now what is phonology? Phonology is the subject that talks about the selection and organization of these small sounds. Phonetics produces the sounds and then these sounds are picked by phonology. So phonology decides, phonology is mainly concerned with one particular language. It is applied to one particular language at a time. So phonology studies the selection of the sounds and organization of the sounds. There is a rule of organization of the sounds, which sounds are important and there in a particular language like Bodo or Hindi, and how they are organized into next level of sound unit called syllable. So phonology studies that. So phonology mainly also studies about the function of the sounds, selection, organization and function of the sounds. The subtopic of phonology is stress, intonation, cluster, etc. So all these topics are there in phonology. Whereas phonetics, I told you, it is all about the production and transmission and reception of the sounds. It gives us the vowels and consonants and the description of the vowels and consonants, how they are produced. So for phonetics, the term has come from the term called phone. Phone means sound. So obviously phonetics is the subject that means the study of sounds. So phonology is all about the patterning the sounds, how to pattern the sound, as Bloomfield said. So phonology is mainly about one language, whereas phonetics is about all the languages of the world. Now let's totally come to the subject called phonetics, as we are going to deal about phonetics in the next few classes. Phonetics can be divided into three types. Articulatory phonetics. Here in articulatory phonetics, we only bother about the production of the sound, their description and classification, how sounds are produced by different organs, and what is the place and manner of articulation, etc. So this description in this particular chapter called articulatory phonetics. Acoustic phonetics is all about the quality of the sound. Once the sound is articulated, when it is thrown in the wave, air wave, what is its quality? How do you study that? We study with some instrument like spectrograph, and in the lab, sound lab also sometimes we study about these sounds, what is the frequency, what is the intensity and duration of the sounds, etc. So here acoustic phonetics studies the quality of the sound. In the third category we have auditory phonetics. Here particularly it is all about the perception of the sound. Once sound is thrown in the air, how you receive the sound, and you have a particular system, your acoustic system, auditory system called ear, and how you receive the sounds, and there also you understand the quality of the sound, pitch and loudness, etc. So this is all about phonetics and phonology and different types of phonology. Next we go to the organs of speech. when we say organs of speech, what we mean, and this is very important for your class as well. So we talk about the organs of speech, and I have divided this class of organs of speech into three parts. First of all, we say what is organs of speech. Organs of speech is nothing but the human body parts, organs within the human body, which are responsible for the production of the sound. So we have so many organs. There are some particular organs, organs which help us in uttering the sounds. And these organs have dual function, you can say dual function. For example, the tongue. Tongue is an active organ of speech, which is very important for the production of the sound. But primary function of the tongue is not to produce the sounds only. The primary function of the tongue is to taste the edible items or to help in eating. Similarly, ear. They have most of the organs. They have their individual primary functions. And their secondary function is, of course, production of the sounds. Now, what is the process? Let us try to understand before we go to the organs of speech. What is the process of production of the speech sounds? What is the process? The process, number one, when you are speaking, what is the process? First, in the level first, it is in the psychological level. In the psychological level, we have a central nervous system. In the central nervous system, you decide what to speak. Then this message is sent through the veins and nerves to your physiological system. Physiological system means the articulatory system, the organs, the tongue and all that thing, the vocal cord, etc., the lung. So the message is sent by the psychological level to the physiological level or articulatory level, and then the articulatory level produces the sound. After the articulatory level, we have physical or acoustic level, means articulatory level produces the sound, then the physical level, the physical sound, the sound itself when you record the sound. This is acoustic level. And what is the quality of the sound? Then you analyze, then you record or analyze in the lab. Then we have to know the organs of speech, that all the organs are not necessary for the production of the sound. Which organs are necessary? There are so many organs that are necessary for the production of the sound, and all these organs can be divided into three categories according to their position in the body. First, in the first category, you have a respiratory system. In the respiratory system means we can say that this level, trunk. Inside the trunk, we have certain organs. They are responsible. They initiate the production of the sounds. Then the second level, the air comes to the phonatory system. Phonatory system is this part, the throat. Within the throat, we have our vocal cords, windpipe, etc. And how they help in modulating the sound. Then finally it comes to the articulatory system. Articulatory system, you can say the head or the mouth. Inside the mouth, we have so many organs like teeth, lips, and tongue, and uvula, all these organs inside. How they modify the sound finally. Then finally the sound is produced.